Wow. By the way, tonight a U.S. Army soldier is under arrest suspected of being a terrorist who planned to bomb a U.S. television network and target a U.S. politician. He's described as a right-wing extremist who planned to fly to Ukraine to learn from the neo-Nazi-like elements that Ukraine is known for, by the way. Whew. Correspondent John Huddy joining us now from Miami with more on this. Man, John, this sounds frightening. Who is this guy?
Yeah, so the guy's name is Jarrett William Smith, Rick. He's 24 years old. The FBI arrested him over the weekend on Saturday, actually, in Kansas. He was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas. And he's charged right now with the distribution of information related to explosives, destructive devices, and weapons of mass destruction. Wow. Now, according to the criminal complaint against him, and I got it right here, I've been reading it through the day, basically Smith talked online about how to build bombs, how to build IEDs, improvise explosive devices. He talked about, you mentioned this, attacking a major American news network. CNN is saying that it's CNN. It wasn't mentioned in the criminal complaint, but that's what CNN's reporting. He also allegedly suggested targeting Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke in Texas. Now, the FBI was tipped off about Smith, and they did a couple things. They had a confidential source, a CS, as they call it, and also an undercover agent make contact with him, both online in various chat groups on Facebook, and then via the messaging app Telegram. And among other things, according to the Fed, Smith talked about a plan to carry out an attack within the U.S., saying he was also looking to recruit more radicals like himself. He talked about killing members of the far left group Antifa. He talked about going to fight for a radical right-wing group, as he just mentioned, in Ukraine, Battalion Azov, which is anti-Russian. Also, it's got neo-Nazi ties. So not a good group of folks. He had talked, as I said, about attacking a major American news network. Again, CNN saying CNN. We haven't confirmed that. But you know, looking through this, the criminal complaint, you know, it's back and forth conversations and chats with the confidential source, with the undercover agent, in which this guy's basically describing how to create really crude devices, you know, like almost like Molotov cocktails. He talks about a truck, you know, creating a truck bomb using a ping pong ball filled with chemicals, put in the gas tank, blow it up. The thing is, FBI bomb technicians say that while the crude devices may or may not have worked, the more sophisticated things, they would not have worked.
Should we be
nonetheless,
should we be concerned, or is there anything about this story of the fact that he's a soldier, that this kind of element exists in the U.S. military?
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, look, and that is a concern. The guy is he's a private first class in the Army, but he was trained in combat. He was a member of the infantry, so he was an active member of the Army. So that is a concern. Certainly, he's not the first soldier to be arrested either. I mean, there's other examples and cases over the years with kind of this radical element. So that is definitely that's a concern, and he's now facing 20 years in prison and, you know, $250,000 fine if found guilty on all this, Rick.
John Huddy. Hey, good to have you, buddy. It's great having you on the show. Good report. It's good stuff. I mean, we need to know about this kind of stuff because it's dangerous.
Thanks,
and we
man.
Thank you. So you haven't heard that we're the ones covering the stories that you won't see covered anywhere else? In Venezuela, Kazakhstan. Let's go to Hong Kong. And the media reaction to that has been crickets. How about the way we cover those stories? What the hell does that mean? Wowee, wowee, wowee. That's the key word in this case, uprising. Can you believe that? Watching. This is the right thing for members of the media to do, to actually pick sides. Look, if you like what you see, subscribe.